Hello everyone, this is Jagdish, Assistant Professor of EC Department, SNS College of Technology, Coimbatore. And as you know very well that in our playlist, Communication System, we are seeing video lecture series. Already 2 episodes have completed, episode 1 and episode 2. And in the description box, I will be giving you the playlist link. You can, before watching this video, episode 3 video, you just watch the episode 1 and episode 2 so that you can follow this episode 3 video, you can understand easily, right? So in this video episode, we are going to discuss about the amplitude modulation. So as I said, amplitude modulation is represented by SAM, and it is one type of modulation method. So here, what is amplitude modulation means? I will give you one example so that you can get a curiosity that what is actually amplitude modulation. Oh, this is amplitude modulation, like that, right? So what you are seeing in your television, right? You have seen 2 signals. One is audio, another one is a video signal, right? So you leave the audio signal, you take only video signal, right? So how this video signal, which is flashing in your TV, that is actually comes from the UK or US or America, or even when the matches, test matches or IPL matches or some other matches is international level, they are playing in some other place and you are seeing, right? How it could be possible? By only means of amplitude modulation. So the amplitude modulation is especially used for video transmission purpose in the television. Okay, even live videos or recorded videos, whatever it may be, that can be transmitted from one place to another place by means of modulation only. And modulation, in that modulation, the amplitude modulation is a very important role which plays vital role to transmit the video signal from one place to another place. That's a very important application of amplitude modulation. So now we can discuss what is amplitude modulation. So the amplitude modulation is nothing but of changing the carrier signal amplitude with respect to the input signal or message signal or low frequency signal or modulated signal amplitude. This is called amplitude modulation definition, right? Where here the amplitude gets varies, not a frequency. So whenever the amplitude gets varies, that's actually some difficulties there here in amplitude modulation. Finally, after the modulation performs, we have 2 sidebands. One is called as upper sideband and another is a lower sideband. Okay, upper sideband and lower sideband. Both upper sideband and lower sideband have the same information. This is the biggest drawback in the amplitude modulation. So when you draw the frequency spectrum for the amplitude modulation, we have FC, center frequency or carrier frequency, and one side upper sideband will be there and another one side lower sideband will be there. So according to the bandwidth is nothing but of difference between upper sideband to the lower sideband. So when you have the calculation, you will have bandwidth equal to 2 into Fm. So 2 into Fm, that is nothing but of Fm here is modulating signal or message signal or low frequency signal. So what this conveys means what you are transmitting, what actually the information. That is, for example, if I am transmitting a signal as a 1 kilohertz, 1 kilohertz signal is message signal. But when you are doing the processing amplitude modulation, what happens? 2 into Fm, that is 1 kilohertz is Fm. 2 times will be multiplied because of 2 sidebands. 2 kilohertz it will be there in output. So it will take much power and it will take much information. Everything is doubled, right? So this is the biggest drawback in the amplitude modulation. Though it has a drawback, this is performing very good for video transmission. But it is actually a drawback only because bandwidth is 2 into Fm. But anyhow, so it's a trade-off. Any one thing we have to ignore so that another thing we can easily achieve, right? So for a video transmission, if you do not bother about the bandwidth, power and everything, you can straightly go for amplitude modulation method, or else you can go the another methods like frequency modulation or phase modulation or digital modulation is there and pulse modulation is there. So any one kind of a method you can choose according to your wish, according to your requirement or according to your application, whatever is needed for your purpose, right? But the main purpose of amplitude modulation is to have a video transmission, right? So hope you understood what is the need of amplitude modulation and the advantages and drawbacks and the bandwidth and the frequency spectrum. The frequency spectrum here, which is a very, very important thing, because frequency spectrum is nothing but of it shows what are the frequency components available in the particular band, so that we can easily able to calculate the bandwidth. Here we have what are the frequencies there. We have FC, that is a carrier frequency, and message frequency. Carrier frequency is called as FC and message frequency or input frequency is called as FM. So ultimately, when you draw the frequency spectrum, it will show FC will be there, FM will be there, and FC plus FM will be there, FC minus FM will be there. So all those components will be, you can able to see in this frequency spectrum. So after that, after seeing that, we can able to easily calculate the bandwidth. So this is the frequency spectrum, importance of this frequency spectrum. And when amplitude modulation we are discussing, we have already discussed in the classroom that I have derived the equation for amplitude modulation. So whenever the analog signal is represented, that must be represented in the shape of mathematical form. So that means if m of t is time domain message signal, if you're taking like that, m of t can be represented as am. That is am, here is m is suffix, a is the amplitude of a message signal, sine or cos, next sine or cos, that is a sinusoidal or cosine waveform, and 2 pi fmt. This is the mathematical expression, mathematical equation for one analog signal. From this you can add fc and some values, some parameter, then finally you can derive the equation that we have seen already in the class itself. So if you have doubt, you can share in the comment box so that I can clarify in your classroom, during session, right? So anyhow, this is the all about amplitude modulation. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, and you just make a thumbs up and like message, and if you have any comments to comment, feedbacks or suggestions, you can drop it in the comment box. And if you like this video, you share to your community, I mean student community, or some whoever need this amplitude modulation, or whoever have interest to know what is communication system, you can share this playlist to them. And if you really like everything about this, you can subscribe my channel. Okay, it's signing off. We will see you in the next video. Thank you.